We all love that new outfit feeling, that rush of confidence when you rock a fresh look. Yeah, it's kind of addictive. Fashion lets us express ourselves, show off our style. It's powerful, it's exciting, and honestly, it's everywhere. Open your closet. How much of it did you need? And how much is already pushed to the back, forgotten? We buy more clothes than ever before. But this constant chase for the next trend comes at a cost many of us never see. This is the story of fast fashion. It's about the clothes we wear, but more importantly, it's about what we don't see. The hidden consequences of our obsession with cheap clothes, the human lives affected, the environmental damage. Before fast fashion, clothes were made to last. People had fewer clothes, but they were higher quality, made to be repaired and cherished. Shopping was a seasonal event, not a constant pursuit, but something changed in the late 20th century. Enter fast fashion. Fast fashion is all about speed and low cost. It takes inspiration from the latest runway trends, quickly churning out cheap imitations for the masses. No longer do we have to wait for seasons to change. New styles hit the stores every week, and the prices, lower than ever before. This revolution began with brands like Zara and H&M. They disrupted the traditional fashion calendar, shrinking the time it takes to get a design from the drawing board to the shop floor. Suddenly everyone could afford to dress in the latest styles. Key to the rise of fast fashion was globalization. As global trade barriers fell, companies could source cheaper labor and materials from around the world. Factories popped up in developing countries like Bangladesh, China, and India, where wages were low and regulations were, well, pretty lax. This global network allowed fast fashion brands to operate on a massive scale, producing clothes at an unprecedented rate. They built complex supply chains, often with layers of subcontractors, making it difficult to track where and how clothes were being made. The focus was on speed and efficiency, often at the expense of worker rights and environmental standards. But the story of fast fashion isn't just about supply, it's also about demand. We, the consumers, played a major role in its meteoric rise. I mean, we became obsessed with newness, with having the latest trends at our fingertips. Social media really amplified this desire, constantly bombarding us with images of what to wear, what to buy. The low prices of fast fashion made it easy to justify our purchases. We could buy more clothes for less, feeding our craving for novelty and, yeah, that instant gratification. Over time we got used to disposable fashion, tossing out clothes after only a few wears. Little did we know the true cost of our insatiable appetite for cheap clothes. The clothes may be cheap, but the human cost is staggering. Behind the sleek storefronts and trendy designs lies a darker side of the fast fashion industry. It's a world where workers, mostly women and young girls, toil in dangerous and exploitative conditions just to keep up with our endless demand for cheap clothes. Let's take a look at Bangladesh, the heart of garment production. Here, millions of workers, many of them living in poverty, work long hours for meager wages in factories that often lack even the most basic safety standards. The pressure to meet the relentless demands of fast fashion is immense. It pushes workers to their limits and, honestly, far beyond. These factories, often housed in crumbling buildings, are accidents just waiting to happen. We've all seen the headlines, the devastating fires, the building collapses, burying hundreds of workers beneath the rubble. These tragedies, while shocking, are a grim reminder of the human cost of our addiction to fast fashion. The Rana Plaza disaster of 2013, where over 1,100 garment workers lost their lives, should have been a wake-up call. And yet, even today, workers continue to risk their lives for wages that barely cover their basic needs. They're trapped in this cycle of poverty, forced to endure exploitation and abuse just to survive. The stories of these workers are absolutely heartbreaking. Many of them work 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, just to make ends meet. They're exposed to harmful chemicals, breathing in toxic fumes day after day, and denied basic rights, like sick leave or maternity leave. Their voices are silenced, their pleas for fair treatment completely ignored. The fast fashion industry thrives on this exploitation, squeezing every last drop of profit from the sweat and toil of these workers. They're treated not as human beings deserving of dignity and respect, but as mere cogs in a vast profit-driven machine. But amidst this bleak reality, there is hope. Workers are rising up, demanding better working conditions, fair wages, and the right to a safe and dignified workplace. They are organizing, forming unions, and making their voices heard. There are also organizations and individuals around the world fighting for change. They're pushing for greater transparency and accountability in the fashion industry, advocating for stricter regulations, and supporting ethical brands that prioritize the well-being of their workers. The fight for fair fashion is a fight for social justice. It's about recognizing the humanity of the people who make our clothes and demanding that they are treated with the same dignity and respect that we all deserve. It's about breaking the cycle of exploitation and creating a more just and equitable fashion industry for all. Fast fashion isn't just a social issue, it's an environmental crisis. It takes thousands of gallons of water to grow and dye cotton for a single pair of jeans. Rivers and lakes are drying up in water-stressed regions. Toxic dyes pollute waterways, harming wildlife and communities, and the carbon footprint? Massive, from production to disposal. Remember that feeling of excitement when you buy a new outfit? That feeling fades quickly in the fast fashion world. Clothes are designed to be disposable, meant to be worn a few times and then discarded. The result? Mountains of textile waste piling up in landfills around the globe. These clothes don't just disappear, they decompose slowly, releasing harmful greenhouse gases like methane into the atmosphere. And the synthetic fabrics? They can take hundreds of years to break down, leaching toxic chemicals into the soil and water. The sheer scale of this waste is staggering. The average American throws away over 80 pounds of textiles every year. That's clothes, shoes, bedding, all ending up in landfills. And as we consume more, the problem only gets worse. We pay a price for our addiction to fast fashion, and, well, it's not just the price tag on the clothes, it's the price our planet pays in depleted resources, polluted waterways, and a changing climate. It's also the price future generations will pay for our unsustainable consumption habits. The environmental damage caused by fast fashion is not just some distant problem. It's happening right now, all around us. From the cotton fields of India to the garment factories of Bangladesh, from the landfills of Ghana to the oceans we all share, the consequences of our choices are real. And honestly, they are devastating. But hey, here's the good news. We actually have the power to change this story. By understanding the true cost of our choices, by demanding better from the fashion industry, and by embracing more sustainable alternatives, we can create a fashion system that's both stylish and sustainable. You didn't have to stop to say it. You never open your phone, scroll through your feed. How much of it is telling you what to wear, what to buy, what you to be cool? Social media has become the world's biggest fashion show, and yeah, we're all part of the audience. And the consumers, influencers, with their perfectly curated lives and endless wardrobes, make fast fashion look glamorous, aspirational. They tell us it's easy, it's affordable, it's a way to express ourselves. And the algorithms, oh, they know what we like, what we click on, what makes us want to buy. We're bombarded with targeted ads, personalized recommendations, all designed to keep us shopping. This constant exposure to new trends creates a sense of urgency, a fear of missing out. We're told that if we don't have the latest outfit, the newest sneakers, we're somehow behind. This pressure to keep up, to fit in, is what drives the fast fashion machine. The problem is, the cycle never ends. As soon as we buy into one trend, another one pops up to replace it. We're caught in this never-ending loop of buying, wearing, discarding, and then, well, buying again. This constant churn, it's exactly what the fast fashion industry wants. They profit from our insecurity, from our desire to be on trend, no matter the cost. But it's not just about the clothes, it's about the message it sends. That our worth is tied to what we wear, how many likes we get, how closely we follow the trends. This focus on external validation, it leaves us feeling empty, dissatisfied, and always wanting more. We've become so caught up in the fast fashion frenzy that we've lost sight of what truly matters. the connection we feel when we wear clothes made with care and intention, the joy of finding unique pieces that reflect our personal style, the satisfaction of knowing that our choices are making a positive impact. We've seen the dark side of fast fashion, the human exploitation, the environmental devastation, the never-ending cycle of consumption. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, to think there's nothing we can do. But that's the thing about fast fashion. It relies on our inaction. It thrives when we choose convenience over conscience, trendiness over timelessness. The good news is we have more power than we realize. Every purchase is a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. We can choose to break free from the fast fashion cycle. We can choose to invest in clothes that are made to last, clothes that tell a story, clothes that reflect our values. It starts with awareness, understanding where our clothes come from, who made them, and what impact they have on the planet. Once we know better, we can do better. We can choose to buy less, buy better, and buy secondhand. We can rediscover the lost art of mending, of giving our clothes a second life. Imagine a world where fashion is a force for good, where clothes are made with respect for people and the planet, where style and sustainability go hand in hand. This isn't a dream, it's the future of fashion. Conscious consumers are demanding better, and brands are listening. Thrifting gives clothes new life and reduces waste. Discover one-of-a-kind pieces that reflect your style. Fast fashion is more than just what we wear. It's a reflection of our choices, our values. Do we value speed and cheapness over fairness and sustainability? The clothes we buy tell a story. What story do we want our clothes to tell? We can't ignore the human cost, the environmental damage. We can't pretend we don't know. But awareness without action is meaningless. It's time to move beyond awareness and into action, to choose differently, to consume less, consume better, consume with a conscience. This isn't about guilt, it's about empowerment. The power to make a difference with every purchase we make, every item we choose to wear. Let's redefine what it means to be stylish. Let's embrace a future where fashion is a force for good, a reflection of our values, a celebration of our shared humanity.